Hey everybody, Ben Rod here. Today me and Danena are out fishing for Coho salmon. It's November 1st, 2023. Today we're going to do mostly jig fishing. Going to do some finesse jig fishing, some twitching, just mostly all jigs, and looking to catch a big wild coho. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our videos, and we'll get out there and do more and more videos for you. Thank you very much for watching. Tight lines and bent rods. Stop here. Get off the road, Rod.
Whoa, it's so low here. Oh my goodness. Like I could stand.
Yeah, sometimes I have to use my oars in these spots now.
So is this spot looks familiar? I feel like I've fished here with you before.
Oh, you fished here lots with me, but it's usually like flowing current and everything else coming way down from there.
Oh, listen to the eagles.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, I gotta rig up
Wow.
a rod for finesse.
Wow. Okay, sorry. Finesse? Do
Yeah.
tell.
So we're going after coho today. We're just out here. It's November 1st. We're chasing coho. The river's super duper low and clear. And they're probably gonna be pretty spooky fish. And there's probably gonna be some mostly wilds up in here. We're gonna hit a few wild coho spots first. And we're gonna drop down later and try to get us a dinner of coho. But what we're doing is we're doing finesse twitching. So small jigs, light tackle, like even lighter than that.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted. You look like a garden gnome right now.
I am. I'm Nomeo. Nomeo. Anyhow, this is going to be tough because there is some coho in here, but like this is so low. Like this piece of water usually has a lot of current and about 5 feet more water than this. So yeah, we're super finesse techniques are going to be in store today. So we're going to fish this one for a bit. This one I'm not holding out a lot of hope I'm going to get. There's maybe get 1 or 2 out of here right away, and then that's probably going to be it because this is so low. Then I got another spot where for sure probably going to get fish in, and we're going to spot I can walk into, and then we're going to finish up down near the river mouth more where there's probably some more fresh fish. All right. So in November, you guys call it November? In November, it's my month. Birthday, November. That's when we get out the Mr. Buddy heater, and let me tell you, this thing is fabulous. Most fabulous. Game changer.
Whoa, I didn't even realize that you have the giant. Why don't you have a small propane tank?
Because they run out so fast when you're doing like heavy heating. And then I can switch to barbecue with the same cord, so it's really convenient. I don't know if I've talked about this on a video yet, but just in case anyone's wondering, these little blue scissors here.
You have mentioned.
I love these
You're
things.
obviously having a love affair with these
I am.
things.
They've finally gotten dull, these ones. I need a new pair, but it took months.
Oh,
Months.
stocking.
Yeah, so these are braided line scissors. These little Kufa, I think they're made by Kufa. They're great. I would buy like if I get them in a stocking, maybe 3 pairs. Cause I carry one in my side pack. I have 2 right now. I have one in my side pack, and I keep one in my bucket. I like to have one in my bass gear as well.
All right.
Because if you haven't noticed,
Where'd you get them?
they have them everywhere. I think I got them at Cabela's. I think I'm not positive. They have them everywhere.
Okay.
Canadian Tire has them.
Cool.
But if people can't tell, I'm pretty obsessed right now with bass fishing. So. I've been doing the salmon stealer thing a long time, and just having something kind of new is always exciting. Lots to learn. I love learning. I think the learning phase of anything, I remember when I used to mountain bike, the first 6 months of mountain biking, I would laugh more than I'd ride my bike. I would just laugh the whole time. Then it got serious, and then the injuries started, and then it got just to become serious. Like it wasn't, the fun was definitely not the same. It was more about accomplishing something. So yeah, you new fishermen, enjoy that early stage of the learning curve, and it's the best.
Isn't that so true? And I think that's something you only come to really recognize and appreciate with some age, really.
Yeah, age and like just doing something for a long time, and then you start to notice, like I did, like something's missing.
Well, I think when you're younger though, if you start to lose your luster for something that you've been doing for a while, you think it's the thing, and you might not recognize that it's because you're not in pursuit anymore, right?
Yes, you're very right.
This portion of the river is just alive. It's amazing.
So what I'm doing here is I got an 8.5 foot spinning rod, not my typical twitching rod, but with this technique I'm going to be using, I don't need that stiff rod. I'm not going to be doing a heavy twitch, so I'm going to be doing very light twitch. So this longer rod will actually be good, and the reason I use the longer rod has a whippy tip, so I'll be able to cast that super light jig far. And I'm using light line, so I'm using 10-pound braided main line tied to a fluorocarbon leader, 8-pound, and then to the jig. And I've learned that with my smallmouth fishing with this setup. Can cast even like a 1/8 ounce. I'll be using 1/4 ounce today, but even a 1/8 ounce jig, I can bomb it with this setup. And this was all thanks to YouTube and listening to those bass guys, mostly Canadians actually. The Canadians are known for inventing the finesse jig. They kept it secret for a long time. We're winning tournaments with it, and then it got found out. Now all the American big tournament guys are using it.
This heater has only been going for a few minutes, and it is so comfortable in here.
It gets like 85.
Wow, it's beautiful.
I love it. I have a feeling there'll be some winning jigs sticking in stumps today with this low water.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be tough. Well, I purposely anchored over here in the shallows because I want to. The fish are going to be way on that rock wall, and I don't want to get too close to them. Okay, we're going to do, for this one, we're going to do the old loop that we do when we float fish jigs. So it has a bit more play. Did I mess it up? I just about messed it up. I need my glasses. Oh, got it. And I put a feather in the knot. Nope. Alright. Let's try again. Fish are jumping. Fish are jumping. Tying a knot when fish are jumping is one of the toughest things in all of fishing. Okay, just stop that jumping. Please stop the jumping. Stop. Oh, that's light line. Ooh, baby. Always pinch your barb. Excuse me, ma'am. Okay. I gotta go over there. Something chased it there. Something chased it there. Cool. I know, finesse jig. You gotta remember not to fight too hard. Ooh, nice coho. Oh, he's all twisting up my line. Oh, man. Oh, he's so twisted up. Now he's untwisted. So I'll be fighting these really like slow, like not too fast, because I'm using very light tackle. A leader I think is only 8 pounds. There he is.
Oh, that's a better net.
I would love if the handle was extended already.
Nice fish.
Wild coho?
Want me to hold the net?
No. Oh, actually, yeah, that worked good for us before. See there? Here it is, tiny 1/4 ounce marabou jig. Okay. We're just gonna turn the net inside out to let him go.
Wrong way.
There he goes. Good as new. Yeah, baby. Finesse.
So what jig was that?
It's a micro version of the famous hooker jig. Just a 1/4 ounce hooker, basically, with a bit less feather, purple and black in there.
It's always hard to know what a jig looks like. Oh, wow. Fish jumped right there. It's hard to know what the jig looks like when it's wet, because it just looks like a wet rat.
I know,
like,
it's like nothing.
is that a thing? A wet rat? Wet dog? Drowned cat? I don't know.
Fish on.
Whoa, fish on, and they're jumping everywhere. Holy. These things are so silver, hey?
Yeah. I think I'm on to something here. I'm just finessing. Oh!
Whoa! I just about jumped in the boat! What the heck? Whoa! Fast and feisty.
I think that one's a hatchery.
Whoa!
Hatchery.
Is that dinner?
That's dinner.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I help you?
Well, that's 2 casts, 2 fish, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Oops. Whoa! Strong.
Okay. Just hold the net up a bit so he doesn't jump out. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Now you want to
I'm looking away.
Okay, just let go of the net. Okay. You think that's a fresh fish?
Wow. Nice fish. Seriously, this seems like a day I'm not going to be able to put the camera down.
There was a coho chasing it too, just like bass. That's a smallmouth too. There he is. Another hatchery, but he's gonna get a lucky day. Lucky day, Mr. Hatchery Fish.
That's me right up.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Mr. Crazy Pants.
What? Mr. Crazy? Are you 5?
Hey, it's because I'm working on all my words to use when I don't use the Lord's name in vain. So I have to come up with things, silly things like crazy pants or Oprah Winfrey.
Ooh, the tail looks yucky on this one. What's that about?
Come on, mister.
Crazy pants?
All right, all right. Now he's getting all tangled. So I'm gonna bring him up. Just leaving that kind of, yeah. All right. I know you're loving this net.
This net is a million times better than that massive, unnecessary monster.
I know, but that's a killing net. This is a releasing net. So.
Okay.
So when I'm with clients, that big, huge net saves fish that are jumping because the clients don't fight fish very often, and quite often they jump off. And
Oh, you need a little more room and.
Well, it's longer handle.
Yeah.
Sometimes the fish jumps, the hook comes out, and I literally scoop them out of midair. And then they'll be with this big,
Lacrosse skills.
Yeah. This was real lacrosse skills. This is like actually lacrosse skills. Hey, hon.
Huh?
I want to get another one, so.
Okay, I'll stay here.
You want to film me getting one?
Yeah, I would like to get the hook up.
Every time I landed near that rock wall, I get a fish. They're sitting all stuffed along that rock wall. Okay, that's in the tree somewhere. I can't even see it land. That's a bad one because I don't know where it is. I really prefer no wind for this Finesse, but oh yeah, it's a terrible cast.
I'm glad I'm here to capture this.
It's terrible. Let's see if I can actually get a good cast. I don't even know where that one went. There it is. In the tree. So windy. Fish on. Whoa. Whoa, this guy's nuts. Oh. Thank you, bud. Thank you. What a life. Get out of the boat. What's he doing on the boat? Get out of. What are you doing on my boat? Is that like 5 casts, 4 fish? I think so. A couple bad casts. Every cast I get a good cast, I get.
I'm really happy because, you know, we had some bad luck on all those days of pink fishing.
I know.
And it's easy to get kind of discouraged, you know?
Well, I might be onto something here with this light rod, because see how bendy the rod is? That's why that jig's not flinging out of its mouth, because that rod's so light it absorbs all those head shakes. These are crazy fish. Like you saw one just about jump right in the boat. The one before this. Whoa, mister.
How can I help? Not ready yet.
Fly action tackle. Fly action tackle. This is what you need, isn't it? There. Wild Coho. Right. The weatherman again was wrong.
Huh?
The weatherman said no wind today, like nothing. But that's for Chilliwack, so. Again, in the trees, I don't know where. Yeah, it doesn't work very good when you don't know where your jig's at. You don't see it land. So here today we're really using light jigs, doing very finesse type of jig fishing. I I've done this type of technique for bass fishing, and just never crossed my mind. I always think of whenever I fish coho, I always think they want that kind of lift and drop. But this is just more of like the jig just kind of pops along. And now, the other day I was fishing, and I saw a couple who was really catching coho one after another, and I noticed that whatever they were doing was very light, because I see when they cast it, it wasn't going far. So I kind of knew it was a light, and then they were super nice. I asked him, hey, what do you got going on? And the guy told me, I'm not going to reveal what he said about what jig or whatever, but he told me the size, and he told me, he didn't tell me the technique, but I was watching. When I see someone catching fish like that, I watch. It was a very light, finesse technique. So that just, right away, I just was like, yeah, I know exactly what's going on. For the fish's end of things, they're not wanting to chase. Coho are typically chasing fish. Like, they'll chase things a lot, far. But these fish, I guess with the water super low and clear. So I've been seeing coho, but they've been very hard to catch. So it kind of dawned on me, yeah, this is the technique. Very slow. You want them to chase it, but just move that thing just a little. So yeah, it's a good technique to have. I'm sure when the water's up and high and you have fresh fish and whatever, a more aggressive technique will probably be better. But for what we're dealing with right now, this is a great technique. And also, for you guys that bass fish, especially smallmouth bass fish, this same technique is this rod I have here. It was set up for smallmouth bass fishing when we went to the Osoyoos trip. I got really light line put on here, which is not normal for me. I always use 20 pound. This is 10 pound braid with an 8 pound leader and a longer, skinny, flimsier rod. And the reason for the flimsier rod is not for the fishing, it's for the casting, because that tip whipping gets that little light presentation out there. And I learned all that on YouTube, just watching bass fishermen. They were talking about the tackle. They always, there's lots of videos on there telling about their tackle setup. That I just got from them. That's all there is to it. And like I said, it's not always going to be the move, but right now it is the move. So enjoy it if you can, because I am. And it's supposed to pour rain tomorrow, and I have research to do tomorrow.
Field research? Field
research needs to be done.
Yeah.
More needs to be learned. Yeah, I haven't even cast over here yet, so let's try one over here. I see a whole bunch of fish there. I mean, I got those fish. I haven't even moved at all. So typically in this spot, we'll get a couple, move, a couple, move, and that's kind of how you fish. You fish this area, always moving. But this technique doesn't seem to spook them out. Probably I don't. Also, a lot of times I'm guiding. I have 4 or 5 rods flinging lines in the water, which almost scares them. And loud talking and everything else. We're pretty quiet.
On that quiet note, I'm gonna go read now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a break. Never mind. I'll watch this fish and then I'll go read.
It's a nicer one. Ooh, you see it flashing out there? Oh, that is a nice fish. Another wild. Well, something tells me you're not quite ready.
You're saying that's a nicer one, but the other ones were so much. Oh, okay. This one is darker. Oh, actually, its belly is silver. Whoa, is that ever silver? I mean.
Okay, you want to go ahead and do your thing, and I don't even bother filming a couple, because I think I can catch some that well. There's fish all through here. I think I could just sit here and you'd be 50 fish on video.
Yeah, I noticed that.
This technique is freaking ridiculous. I can't. This is rough night. Oh yeah, nice call. Wow. I might have to move up to the big net and
Well, yeah, I actually noticed that on that last fish, like its body fills the net.
They're so big in it.
Well, maybe we need to go early Christmas shopping. Whoa! Whoa! For a better net?
Look at that jig just hanging out his lip.
For someone who can hardly read without glasses, it's amazing how you can see that.
I have good long range vision. It's just in close.
Oh, right.
If that thing was right here, I wouldn't see anything.
Right. Do you want me to take the rod so you can just release it without the net at all?
It's really hard. It is really hard. Without getting the fish.
Beautiful fish.
That's a pretty big fish.
Wow.
Good move, bud. Is the jig out? Jig might be out. Yeah, jig's out.
Wrong way. Give him the other way.
Okay, this time I promise you can go back to reading. Because that was the best. I said only if I got a big one. It was a big one. I knew it was a big one.
That was a beautiful fish, eh?
It was a very beautiful fish. That was about a 7 pound. There's some 10s in here though, so I'll if I get a 10 now, I'll stop your reading. But now you can go reading.
Okay.
Can't get one in this spot. It's bizarre. Doing pretty darn good today on the little baby hooker jig, I'm gonna call it. That's not a good name. That's not a good name.
Terrible.
I changed that name officially. Don't ever use that name again. Do we have 1/4 ounce as an option for a twitching jig?
Oh, you know what? I don't think we do.
We do now.
But you could order a 4-pack of customized.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yes. Just email us. We can hook you up. Literally.
Kind of moved off. I had a whole school in front of me. Kind of spooked him with those two. I helped him. I'll get him. Let's swim back. Oh yeah, that's a good cast. Yeah. Get you up there.
Bite died down a little, huh?
What's that?
The bite died down?
Yeah. Maybe because the sun came out?
I was just thinking that.
Could be. That's like kind of spooked him, I think. I've been in here with my boat. Lots of
Moving
fish.
around a bunch too.
I'm still getting bites, but I gotta work harder for them. I'm not seeing the fish here right now. Moves kind of around. Like we're when I first back onto this spot. Way back there. I ignored it. It's a big one.
Whoa! Was that your fish?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't tell if it was the one on your line or just another fish. This is adventurous.
Look at that thing. That's a beaut. That's a beautiful looking one.
Oh, it's acrobatic.
I know people always want to catch hatcheries. These wild cohos.
Do you want help?
No, I think I can get it. That's a big net now. So.
Yeah, I think that big net is going to be. Whoa!
Wrapped up, see, remember?
Oh yeah! Wow. Oh.
Okay, so let's go.
Yeah,
You gotta go
give me
under.
that.
You go under me because it's so long. Okay, now walk it back a bit.
Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, and try to like lay it flat.
Ow. What? Did you hook yourself?
Oh, really good.
Well, you know how the fish feels now.
Hello, mister. You're a beautiful fish. You let me take my hook out. I'm bleeding everywhere now. So let's not make it too hot.
Blood for blood.
There it is.
Oh yeah, nice fish.
Did that weird like shot this.
Oh yeah.
Got
Bleeding.
Any of you who've landed Coho know they are a pain in the butt. So that hook, I went to pull the hook out of his mouth, it stuck in my finger, and then he did a spin. Tore it out of my finger, so we ripped it pretty good. Well, that was fun. Very deep. What time I got back in one of you guys? Yeah. Love it. A lot of fun.
Oh, there you are.
Wild.
That one didn't fight as hard, okay? Oh.
He didn't like you saying that. He's like, what? He says, I did pretty good, man.
Well,
I just swam through the Pacific Ocean, you know.
he's got something on him.
Oh yeah, I was wrapped up in my line.
Can I help?
Okay, this is always what happens. I put the rods, gotta go on that side. This has gotta go on this side.
On.
Oh, this is perfect if I can get it out. Oh, yes. Look at that. Perfect that
Awesome,
time.
that was better. Okay, I
Okay.
can't see him. I want you to check out his what before you get rid of him. Look at his side of his face or something. I thought I saw something.
No,
No? Okay.
it's pretty good.
Nice fish. Bye. Yeah, Coho are bigger than I remembered. Maybe
Maybe you're thinking of pinks. I don't know.
no. I don't
You
think
probably
so.
just seen. You probably caught a bunch of small ones that day. It happens. Some days you get a bunch of little 2-3 pounders. Some days you get these are nice ones. These are mostly wild too. Those were a lot of hatcheries. Were we killing them?
I don't remember. I just, for some reason, have Coho in my mind as much smaller. But, as you know, I reserve very little space in my brain or memory for fishing.
Yeah, it's pretty deep here. So I gotta get it. I'm
That's
only
cool.
getting it right on there, like they're laying right on the wall. I'm only getting them when I get it right on the wall. Okay, so this technique I'm doing here, I'm fishing along a deep wall, and there's a bunch of coho in here, and they're super finicky, so I have to use a really light jig. They won't bite a bigger jig. Will not touch it. So they're only eating these little guys. And the problem is it's very windy coming downstream, and I'm using very light line, so this is really difficult. And it's braided line, so when I cast, if I keep my line up in the air, which I want to do when I'm twitching, I'd love to keep it elevated, like straight to the jig, let it sink down, sink down, sink down, sink down, and then do my pop. But I can't really do that because it just goes in the wind. So then I have nothing to twitch. I'm just like, so I'm just kind of, I think now that it's getting this windy, I'm only getting lucky once in a while when I just happen to get one. Like I can barely perform the technique. So then I've tried to put my line in the water, but then there's current here, especially out where my boat is. So it just blasts my jig out of the zone. So it's really difficult. So I think a couple more casts and I'm going to bail. This is just too windy. So that's something to keep in mind. You got to kind of go and try to find some hidden spots away from the wind. The wind will make, anytime you're dealing with light tackle like this and trying to maneuver a jig in the water in a high wind, it's very difficult. It's extremely tough.
So, explain to me, I'm trying to understand. Okay. Why wouldn't you just switch to a heavier jig then?
Because it won't bite it.
Why? It's too big?
They just, yeah, it's too big, it's too erratic, it lifts too much, like whoop, boom, whoop, boom. This thing goes in there and you twitch it, just goes. It just, it's very light and it just kind of, it's what we call, it's finesse fishing, that's what they call it. You're just being finessey, and plus look at the size of that compared to, I mean, I could try making a 3/8 with a much smaller profile.
Yeah.
And try it, that's what I'll do. I don't have any of those, all my 3/8 are big, like, they're designed to be very poofy to get attention of fish.
Dude, can't you get scissors out?
It won't be the same, it won't twitch properly. Because now it's all about having the undulating feathers, perfect undulating feathers. You just make them however long you need. Like these ones are just, when I was putting it on there, I just cut it way shorter. Look at that thing.
Yeah, but...
Does that even look like it would catch a fish? That thing looks like, look at that. It looks like nothing.
Well, that's because it's wet. That's what I was saying. But once it goes in water...
We were going to call it the hooker, because this is the hooker color.
Looks like the wet...
It's the rat tail. That's the rat tail jig.
They all look like rat tails when they're wet. I still don't quite understand why you couldn't just trim the feathers. Like you literally said that you trim it to a certain length to tie it on. So why not trim it once it's tied on?
Look at, this is what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter. Even with the bigger jig, the line's still going to do the same trick. The line's going to get... Twitching jigs in the wind is never fun time.
Okay, so this is like...
Yeah, it's the
regardless of size.
The heaviness of the jig would help, but that erratic movement, they're not going for it. So you're going to see that, like, because I'm boom, and I have to move that jig or else it gets stuck in the bottom, right? With a heavier jig. It'd be nice to have a jig weight in between this and 3/8. So 5/16 would be that. A 5/16 ounce jig. Maybe that's the answer. I need to make a 5/16 ounce jig. It's happening.
I'm sure it is.
It's happening. Silver. Oh, it's fresh. All right, that's the end of the day. Right there.
Can I help?
Just hold that. Well, that was a great day. Oh boy.
Oh, it's not a hatchery?
Not a hatchery.
Darn it.
We'll get a nice release on this guy. Come here, mister. That jig out of there. I've already had one jig in the finger today. I didn't like it. Look a lot. Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy.
You're talking to a cat or a dog. Whoa.
You got it?
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice fish.
A little wild.
Nice one.
That's it for today. That was good fishing. Woohoo! That was good fishing. And again, it was all on the purple black today for me. Purple black. Okay, well that was it. That was a great day of coho fishing, and yeah, until next time, tight lines and bent rods.